Learning English through short stories. Reading culturally interesting and entertaining short stories to enhance your English is an easy way to improve your English language skills. The content is intended mainly for elementary to intermediate level learners, but it will also be useful for more advanced learners as a way of practicing their reading skills and comprehension for the English language. The first story, The Key. I am late today and I have to leave for work very quickly. I am jumping into my car. As I turn onto the freeway, I am suddenly not sure if I took my door key with me. I am touching my bag. My god, I forgot my key. I say aloud. I make a U turn and drive back as fast as I can. I park my car right in front of my door, although it's not normally where one is allowed to park or to stop a car. I live on the third floor and still run up the stairs hoping to get away with it. I'm looking for the key in my apartment, but I cannot find it right away. After a few minutes, I come to realization I had left the key in my jacket. I'm running downstairs back to the car. I'm looking around. Where's my car? In the distance, I see a tow truck pulling my car off. Second story, headache. Mrs. Mayer has a severe headache. The doctor examines her shoulder and prescribes the woman's pill that she has to take every day. In addition, the doctor gives the woman a list of activities to do. She is supposed to do yoga and meditation regularly, as the doctor states that the headaches come from stress. The woman does the activities for several days, but the headaches do not go away. After a week, she goes back to the doctor. Do you feel better? Asks the doctor. She says no, and that she always gets a headache when she's nervous. Do you sleep enough? She states that she doesn't know. After further investigation, the doctor prescribes pills for nervousness, tablets for stress, and Valium for sleeping. At home, Mrs. Mayer now has a big box full of pills and tablets. Third story is a new driver's license. 3 days ago, I received my driver's license. With a driving license, I can drive almost any car in the United Kingdom and in most other European countries as well. It's important that I can use my license everywhere because I need to drive to Spain soon. Unlike in other countries, such as the US, the making of a driver's license in Europe can be very expensive. But there are some differences in Europe. For instance, in Germany, a driver's license is valid for as long as you live. Today, I will be on the highway alone for the first time, driving my father's car, a Porsche. I'm going to drive slowly and leave the beer bottles at home. Next story, World Traveler. I was born in Dayton, Ohio, but to tell the truth, I never felt very comfortable there. Fortunately, I discovered different countries when I was still a teenager. My parents traveled a lot, and we were lucky to be able to live in different countries. For I can remember Asia, especially Japan, has always fascinated me. Europe is interesting, but most countries are not easy to live in, although the culture and especially the food was always the best. When I got a little older, I started to travel by myself. I drove to Mexico and traveled all the way down to Panama. These were, of course, more adventurous than ordinary travels. I can honestly say that travel is educating in many ways. You also learn different cultures, and I got quite good at developing social skills. Most Americans travel only within their own country. And there is nothing wrong with that. But I feel that international experiences educate more and are good for the brain. Next story is a broken phone. I haven't been able to charge my phone for days. At first, I thought it was on the charger. This may not be the reason because the charger also works with another phone. Luckily, I know a shop where they can fix it. I have to leave the phone there for a day so it can be investigated. The next day, I go back to the business to pick up my phone. I have a strange feeling. The salesman shows me my phone and opens it. Everything seems to be black. The man tells me the phone was damaged by a short circuit. The repair would cost $200. He also says that the phone has become wet and that's how it broke. Today he has an offer for a new phone. The new phone cost only $300. I have no choice but to buy a new phone. I'm never going to use my phone in the bathtub again. Next story is quitting. Next month, Sammy is going to be 30 years old. The problem is, he has been smoking cigarettes for over 10 years. He has tried all kinds of tricks and methods to stop smoking. Nothing has helped, and he knows he needs treatment. By chance, he has found out about a few small uninhabited islands that belong to the US beneath the Canadian border. There are no public ferries, and they seem to be the ideal place to quit smoking. After a week, Sammy is already on the island. He plans to stay a week until all the nicotine has left his body. As he arrives, he throws his last package into the bushes. After 3 days, Sammy is almost bored to death. Interestingly, he finds an almost full bottle of whiskey in the bushes. He has nothing else to do but drink the whiskey. All of a sudden, he begins hearing music. After investigating the source, he finds an old man sitting in front of a cave listening to music and smoking a cigar. "What are you doing here?" asks Sammy. The old man is also surprised. "I'm here to give up alcohol. And you?" "I'm trying to quit smoking. Is this your bottle of whiskey?" "Yes. And I imagine this is your tobacco package, isn't it?" Sammy nods. He feels very dizzy. "Listen, can I have my cigarettes back?" "Of course, if you also give me the whiskey bottle back." In the end, the men agree and continue to do the things they did before. Next story is the big move. We have planned to move to another city. Everything has been planned for weeks, but this Friday we will finally make the move. All our household items have been packed in boxes. Most of the furniture has been carefully wrapped in blankets and foil. Additionally, we have made a list of which items are in which boxes. This will help us to save time when we unpack our stuff. It is difficult to make a move like this alone, which is why we have asked friends to help us. We also list a truck for that day. Since we are doing everything ourselves, with a little help from friends and neighbors, we are saving a lot of money. Professional moving companies are expensive, and we would rather save our money to buy additional furniture since the new house is larger than the old one. Next story is a clean house. Once a year, I need to clean the whole house thoroughly. This happens usually in springtime when there is less moisture in the house. We are a rather large family with our 4 children, all of them teenagers. So the mess and dirt are piling up quickly. Our house is a rather typical single family house with an attached garage and a small attic. The living room is openly connected with the kitchen. We also have an extra freezer outside the house where we store meat. Some of it comes from the hunting that my father usually does on weekends. Anyway, when we start, we first clean the rooms for the kids. We clean the floor and wipe the windows. We need to mop the floor more than once until it shines and looks like new. I clean the furniture, and usually I need about half a day to get the kitchen clean. My brother cleans the garage and helps to bring the trash out. We are a clean and functioning family with a clean house and healthy children. We are rightfully proud of ourselves. Next story is unemployed. Laura finds herself unemployed again. For the last 3 years, he has been working as an accountant, but the company went bankrupt. The company she was with before has outsourced all the accounting to a company in India. Over the last decade or so, Laura has been employed on and off, sometimes with many jobless months in between. Nevertheless, Laura thinks of herself as a reliable, punctual, and trustworthy person, and with a little luck, she thinks she soon will be employed again. Every day, she searches the classified employment websites and also the local newspapers for job openings. She sends out her resume to every company she can think of in the hope for work since unemployment diminishes her savings. One of her most important principles is to never give up. Her dream job is still being an accountant, but she knows times have changed. She is flexible as finding work as a secretary would serve her well. Next one is social media. My name is Nicole. The most important aspect of life to me is looking and feeling healthy. Being beautiful is also a part of my business. A few years ago, I started an online business where I sell cosmetics and perfume. To expand my business, I use different social media platforms to spread the message, such as Twitter and Facebook. Additionally, I use powerful visual social media. My favorites are Instagram and Pinterest. I try to spread the word on how women can stay young and beautiful. Interestingly, I receive a lot of new virtual friends, and it seems like everyone wants to connect with me. In the end, many customers also become friends or sometimes even business partners. I have never regretted going back to my old job as a sales clerk. My life, my friends, and my money are coming from my online business. Next one is traffic and kids. Our son is already 6 years old. It's time that he learns some of the traffic rules since he loves riding his bicycles through the neighborhood. We tell him if he crosses a street, he must look to his right side first. Then he must check his left side, and only when no cars are coming is he allowed to cross the street. Especially when he sees a stop sign or a traffic light, he must be very careful. If he sees a red light for pedestrian, he must stop and wait until it turns green. Some areas even have a few bicycle lanes, something that is kind of new to us. But even with those lanes, kids must be careful to use them and never speed. Next one is kindness. Stephen is a movie buff. Today is Friday, and for this evening, he plans to go to a theater to watch a newly released movie. Stephen arrives at the theater early. but there is already a long line in front of the box office. Interestingly, there are also many elderly people waiting in line. That's probably because on weekends they also show a few classical movies. Although the movie Steve wants to see starts in a few minutes, he offers an elderly couple to go before him. He understands well that it must be hard for them to stay in line, especially because of the rainy weather. Steve is still staying in line as he sees a piece of paper on the floor. He takes a closer look and discovers that the paper is a $20 bill. He picks up the money and wonders if somebody in front of him might have dropped it. The elderly couple watches him. Suddenly they approach him. It might well be that we just dropped the money by accident. But since you are such a kind person, it's all yours.